the God told me who I'm going to marry culture, right? It's like a thing, and I don't want to look at it as if it's mystical, right? Because I mean, it could be. Some people have real life stories about it. Some people question it. What do you think about that? Like, is it free will? Is it God told me who I'm going to marry? That's the only way we have to move forward. Is if I have that very specific confirmation, I heard the voice, or I feel that way, or could it be both? What do you think?
So I don't believe in the one. I don't believe in the theory that there's just one person out there for you to marry, and I don't necessarily believe in the one. If we are the one I believe in is Jesus Christ. That's the one you need.
Shando.
That's the only one, but I don't necessarily believe in the concept of the one. I don't even believe that. Even scripturally backing up the idea of the one is it can be done. I've seen people do it. I've seen people preach sermons on it, but in my opinion, they had to stretch the scriptures in order to get it to agree. But most of them use the concept of the idea that marriage is forever and that the divorce that God never wanted a divorce. We get that from Malachi. That we also get from Abraham that although Moses approved it, that God never wanted it. But I still don't think that justifies the idea that there's just one person for you. And I tell this story a lot. There was a woman that I was dating before I met my wife, who I thought she was the one who God wanted me to marry. And we talked about marriage a lot. And honestly, I didn't want to meet nobody. I didn't want to meet nobody else's family. I had already met her mama. I knew her grandparents. Yeah. I knew her daddy. I knew her sibling, her sister. I just knew her family. She knew mine. I ain't always like her. She ain't always like me, but we had history. Yeah. I ain't feel like doing all that over again. So I was like, well, obviously we go to the same church. I felt like this just is going to be it.
It makes sense.
And it didn't happen that way. We got into an argument because her thing was she felt like I was spending. Her thing was that she said I put God before her, and she said if I was going to continue to put God before her, she said she didn't want to be in a relationship like that. So I was like, well, that ain't gonna change. So she got out the car. I told her, I said, hey, if you get out the car this time, we done. We're done. She got out the car. She slammed the door, and it was over with. And then I met Heather. And within the first 15 minutes of conversing with her, I thought, yo, this would be my wife. And I'm also like conversing with her, and I'm also like looking at her Facebook profile, and I'm like, yo, she's like a model. Like, of course it's my wife. Like,